This is a presentation of Northeast Streaming Sports.
Hey guys, Keith Engel for TGI Sports Talk and Northeast Streaming Sports. NFL Patriots Week 18 recap right here on the Northeast Streaming Sports Network. And welcome to the Roku viewers watching this when you do get it on demand. A little late with our recap this week, so I apologize. Just a lot of commitments going on. Plus, I didn't know how much. It was hard for me to get up to talk about this game. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it didn't mean a lot for the Patriots. They end up playing the Bills, which is where they started the day in the playoffs next week, with the Bills beating the Jets. This game became meaningless. They were playing at the same time, so Patriots were probably scoreboard watching, and the Jets did give the Bills all they could handle for 3 quarters or so. We're still in the game early in the fourth quarter, but ultimately did not have the horses to defeat the Bills. So this game kind of became moot. But the Patriots kind of made it that way themselves, falling behind 17-7 in this game. As been their want lately, is to fall behind in games, except for last week against Jacksonville. But, you know, the recent games against the Colts and the Bills and now the Dolphins, falling behind early, making mistakes early. Mac Jones making mistakes, big mistakes early, fumbling the football, turning it over on interceptions in this game. Not a great game for Mac. He did, again, resilient because they did come back. And in every one of these games we just talked about, 3 of the last 4 weeks or 5 weeks, they did have a bye in there. The Patriots, even though they got off to bad starts and were pretty much outplayed the entire game, they find a way to stay in. And again, they were within a field goal of being able to tie this game in the fourth quarter if they'd been able to make a stop on Miami. Same thing happened against the Bills a few weeks ago and the Colts a week before. They were one play, one third down stop of getting off the field and getting a chance to get the ball back and either tie or win games after falling behind. So this has become a trend. The Patriots have got to break when they head to Buffalo this Saturday night in frigid Buffalo. Maybe some snow. Could be interesting to see what happens. We know what happened up there a few weeks back, probably 5 or 6 weeks ago now with Buffalo and wind. I don't think we'll have that wind situation that we have, but the Patriots were able to control that game on the ground and get a win. But this game against Miami, they did not run the ball quite as well as they had in the past. Damian Harris, only 11 touches. Brandon Bolden actually led the team in rushes and rushing yardage. Brandon's had a nice year this year after in kind of assuming that James White role, as we've talked about a few times. Again, Mac Jones' numbers end up not so bad, a 91 rating. 261 yards and a touchdown and a bad fumble. Penalties again killed the Patriots. I think it was like 7 for 80 some yards. Just can't play football like that, guys. This is not Patriot type football. Got to clean that stuff up, and there is no more time to clean things up, right? Defensively, way too many yards rushing again for given up by the defense. 33 points, too many points, guys. This team is not an offensive juggernaut, and they're going to have to hash it out on the ground to be successful. And you can't do that and then come back and look at Tua only threw for 109 yards in this game and a touchdown. But they ran for 195 yards. Duke Johnson again looked good. The Patriots make everybody look good running the football. And on this day, the offense didn't do many favors a few times with the turnovers, and there was one of the scores was a defensive touchdown. So, they really needed to stop the run. Maybe it won't be as big a deal this week against Buffalo. They've handled the running game against Buffalo pretty well, but this game against the Dolphins, as it has been through, as I said, 3 of the last 4 games, digging a hole early. And that's not the position you want to put a rookie quarterback like Mac Jones in. Lots of talent. The man's learning quickly as he goes. But you put him in a position where, we're playing from behind all the time. You're not doing the quarterback or the rest of the team any favors. And again, it falls to the defense and the offense to make sure that this doesn't happen. They can easily beat Buffalo. Not easily beat Buffalo. They can very well beat Buffalo if they play the kind of football they were playing during their 7-game win streak and, control Josh Allen. Patriots, the Bills are not going to beat you, running the football. So it's going to be Josh Allen. Put a spy on him, keep him in the pocket, make him beat you throwing the ball, which he can do very well, but I'd rather see that than see him running for 40 and 50 yards down the field and break your heart when you think you've got him stopped. So again, this game, not a great momentum builder going into the playoffs, but there were a few positives. Again, as I said, Brandon Bolden with another solid game in the offense, both rushing and catching the ball. He had a couple catches for 20 yards along with 40 some on the ground. 46 on the ground and a touchdown. Also a touchdown receiving. So 2 touchdowns in this game for Brandon Bolden. That's a plus. Hunter Henry, again, 6 targets, 5 catches, 86 yards, really developing some rapport with Mac Jones. So that's a good sign for the Patriots. Jacoby Myers was solid again in this game. Damian Harris still a little nicked up, starting to contribute. A little surprised that Ramondre Stevenson did not have more touches in this game. Gonna need big things out of him, I think, in this Buffalo game. The special teams, well, the defense, I guess, again, we talked about some of the problems there. There's some bad penalties. Again, some of them were a little. Again, there were a couple of calls that were just head shakers. But I got to tell you, you'll never hear me blame referees for the fact that we lose games. You don't put yourself in that position to get beat by bad calls. This team did not play well enough to even say that. Again, on the plus side on defense, Bentley, Juwan Bentley, 17 tackles, 9 solos, involved in 17 tackles, 9 solo tackles. Great game for him. Adrian Phillips in on 11 for 10. Probably not always a great thing when one of your defensive backs is, the second leading tackler on the team. Godshaw playing again recently. He's been playing really good football. He played a pretty good game on Sunday. Kyle Van Noy played well. The Patriots had only 1 sack on Tua, which certainly led to some of their issues. Only hit him 1 other time as well. So not enough pressure on the quarterback from the front 7 here. They got to do better. If they don't, then Josh Allen will eat them alive likely on Sunday or Saturday night. So anyway, there were some pluses. Matthew Judon kind of disappeared during this game, which again, he's been leading this team throughout this resurgence in the second half, and not his best game on Sunday. A couple bad penalties, and not an overall good game for him. The special teams, Jake Bailey punted much better, averaged 46 yards a kick with a touchback on 3 kicks. He had been, in my mind, one of the best punters, if not the best punter in the league up until about a month ago. And he went into a slump, which everybody can do, even punters. But he kind of redeemed himself a bit Sunday. They will need him to keep Buffalo deep in their own territory to start drives on Saturday night. And Nick Folk, his only opportunity on field goals, he made 43 yards, which, he's been extraordinary kicking field goals this year. Extra points have been a bit of a problem for him. And it's funny, I don't see. Oh, there we go. 3 for 3 on Sundays last Sunday. So no issues there for Nick Folk. But again, treacherous weather conditions likely, frigid weather coming to Buffalo. So it remains to be seen what they can do. I'm confident that this team will stay in this game, have a chance to win in the fourth quarter, but just don't fall behind by a couple touchdowns, 17 points. This game will likely be over if that happens. As resilient as the team is, can't go on this hostile environment and fall way behind. So a faster start for the Patriots is a must. And I don't know. Maybe they need to just, not defer if they win the flip and take the ball and just really try to get something established on offense and not fall behind on the first, drive of the game this time around. So we'll see what happens. I'm still excited. Look, it's been a very, very good year for the Patriots to finish 10-7. I thought that they would get to 9 wins at a minimum. I thought they'd be fighting for a playoff spot. They ended up with 10, could have won 11, 12 with a couple of breaks the right way, a little bit better play out of, obviously the team, but wasn't meant to be. They had a chance to win the division. Cannot be unhappy with a 10-7 record here, going to the playoffs. I'm not upset with the matchup with Buffalo, to be honest with you. And again, be careful what you wish for, right? But I think I would rather play Buffalo this week than Cincinnati. Cincinnati is a much more well-rounded offense than the Bills. I mean, you stop Josh Allen and his wide receivers, and you've pretty much stopped that offense. You don't have to worry about them running the football. Although, as I said, the Patriots have turned some lesser runners into guys who look like Jim Brown. So, or Barry Sanders, to use some more recent reference for some of you younger guys and ladies. So anyway, I cannot complain about this season. I'm very happy. I'm very excited about Saturday night. I hope you are. Let's go, Pats. I do think I'll give you a little bit of a prediction. I predict 21-20. Patriots beat the Bills Saturday night in the frigid cold weather. See you then. We'll see you tonight. Well, you'll see me around on Roku many nights. You'll see us. Let me just give you a little recap there. You'll see us on Thursday at noontime with the college football / basketball huddle. Starting to transform to a bit more basketball. You'll see us on Sundays at noon with our Street of Consciousness show, and you'll see us on Fridays with Are You Serious at 11 a.m. on Fridays on the blogs you can see on demand. And this is Keith Engel for TGI Sports Talk. I will catch you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.